executive director from the Hartsdale Public Parking District, so this might work well.
Okay, why don't we?
She's here in a
Sure.
couple of minutes.
Okay, we'll wait for Francis to come back, or?
Yeah. Is she here yet?
Stephanie's
Oh.
here, she's in
Oh.
the audience. Stephanie.
You want to just come up for a second and just introduce yourself?
I was gonna say, you know.
I'm so sorry that I'm late.
You're not late,
That's okay.
you're not late, you're right on time.
Oh, goodness, I
You're
should
good.
not have trusted the GPS. I've only been here once and it took me to Irvington. I just put in town of Greenburgh Town Hall and I wound up so far.
Ended up-
Yeah.
That's strange.
So this is Stephanie Crow, the new manager of the Hartsdale Public Parking District. This is Kevin Morgan, Councilman Morgan.
Oh, Councilman Morgan.
Diana.
Councilwoman Jutner, Town Attorney, Town Supervisor, Town Attorney Tim Lewis.
And Judith Beville's the town clerk. You met
Yes.
already.
Oh, she's cool.
So maybe you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and somebody.
Do you want to wait for Francis?
Okay, sure.
That would be a good idea.
Sorry I missed the meeting yesterday. I hope I
No,
didn't
no,
miss
no,
anything.
no, it's okay.
Did you get my email too late?
I got it, but I got it this morning. It's fine.
Okay, I apologize.
We figured you got held up. Jean got held up too, so.
Really, yeah, it's 5 o'clock is really, can be difficult when you're coming from the city.
I'm gonna send out the next meeting notice, but it's gonna be the 18th at 4.
Okay, great. October 18th.
Yeah.
You start in a minute. Do you know where Francis is?
He's right outside talking to John. I mentioned to Stephanie Kavorius, the outgoing manager, that we wanted to have her at the September 28th town board meeting so that we could congratulate her on her retirement. And she wasn't sure whether that date was going to work for her, so she's going to get back to me. and let us know.
That's
Great.
fine.
Great.
Does this room also serve as a court or?
No.
It's our
It's our board meeting.
board,
Oh.
where you have the board meetings, the evening town board meetings.
Oh, when you invite the public. Okay.
This is Councilman Sheehan. This is
Hi.
Stephanie
Hi.
Crow, the new manager of
Hi.
Hartsdale Public Parking District.
Great. So basically, maybe you could just start by just telling us a little bit about yourself and your experiences and what you'd like to do.
Okay, sure. I have a bachelor's degree from Hunter College in English. I have an MBA from Iona College. My experiences in parking and transportation have been mostly in the education sector. I worked for Solomon Schechter as their transportation coordinator, and then I'm most recently coming from Purchase College as the director of parking and transportation.
And when I spoke to Stephanie during the summer, she indicated that they're going to be doing some exciting new initiatives in terms of letting people pay, but I guess by is a credit card or.
We are looking into the pay-by-phone system.
Yeah, might be
Oh,
more.
sorry.
Yeah.
Not that, that's too close.
Right there? Okay. Yeah, we're looking into a pay-by-phone system, which would just be an upgrade to all the existing parking meters on the street.
That's
it's a-
fabulous, really.
Yeah.
But when do you think that would be able to be implemented?
Well, we just finished implementing the multi-space meters in 2 of our parking lots, so this is something that we're hoping to budget for next year.
So the what you just did, what?
The multi-space meters, it's more or less a pay station that we installed in 2 of our parking lots. So instead of paying by meters, you go to the pay station and you can insert your card. But I believe what you're talking about is a pay by phone, where the person can either download an app or call in to actually pay. That's another project that we're maybe going to implement in 2017.
So you have the pay stations, which ones?
In sites B and D, so that's along the north south, the northbound track for the Metro North, those 2 lots.
Oh, that's great. That is fabulous.
Yeah. They've been
um,
working pretty good.
Do you think that the pay stations could be, you know, even on East Hartsdale Avenue?
We wouldn't want to put them on the street just because the pay stations are a little costly. So to put them at, various locations on the streets, making it easier for the customers, we'd have to implement several. That's why we're looking for the pay by phone for the street, because it would just be an upgrade to the existing meters.
Is the D the one in back of the stores? Which one's that?
D is the one on the northbound side of the Metro North. Not the one in behind Rite Aid. That's the Site A garage.
Yeah, would you ever be doing Site A as a pay station?
Yeah, more than likely.
And when would you think that would be?
Well, we want to get the pay by phone first, just because we are seeing that the commercial district on the street, that is bringing in the majority of the meter revenue. So we're seeing that services more of our customer base, so just to make it easier. And then, obviously, if there's anything left in our operating budget, then we can definitely put multi-pay stations in Site A.
So actually with the pay by phone, if somebody's going to a restaurant, basically what they could do, and if the meter's running out, then they could just pay by phone and stay in the restaurant. That should be like an enormous, positive change, I would think.
Absolutely.
How many times can they do that?
I mean, more or less, the meters do have, a 90-minute limit. It's not something that's typically enforced just to, assist with the commercial industry and let the consumer stay as long as they like, especially like you're saying, if you're dining in, it kind of would be a hassle to have to actually move your car after 90 minutes. So I can't imagine that we're really going to enforce that. You can keep feeding it as long as you need.
So somebody can park in a regular spot, go on the train, go to work, and keep feeding the meter and take up that spot?
Yes and no. Most people, they're not necessarily going to park on the street. They've gotten accustomed to parking in the parking lots. It's a lot easier for them than parking on the street, and the street is only in effect until 8 p.m., I believe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the street is a lot closer to the train,
Right.
and people tend to go close. You might look at seeing limited maybe to once or twice, but
Yeah.
if you
Right.
allow it to go all day long, I think you're going to have a problem with the stores having no parking.
that's what I was
And I'm
thinking.
sure that as they're setting it up, there's definitely going to be a way
Like
to.
the people, the people who give tickets, which, and they're pretty aggressive, since I've gotten tickets.
Wow.
The thing is, they could put like a mark on the tire,
Mhm.
and after like once or twice, if it's more than 2 times, then they could give them.
But I don't think we have a
Has to be-
sign up there with.
No,
Right, it has to be
Yeah,
written
there-
into the
there
written
isn't a
into the
sign up there.
regulation.
Exactly,
1 hour,
that has
2
to-
hours.
there has to
One
be
hour max
regulation.
flow.
Yeah, in order to
Yeah.
protect the commercial tenants.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it's possible that the system itself could, have a way to detect, like, okay, you've used the same card or you've entered the same space number from your phone or your phone number, so it's something we're
I'd
gonna
be
have to look
shocked if
into.
we didn't have
Yeah,
a feature
exactly.
that could.
But you know what, I think this is like,
There has to be, yeah.
I think this is like so important what you're doing, because
Right.
over the years, I'd say one of the biggest complaints is the difficulty that people, have with the meters, the people who give the tickets are like extremely aggressive, very aggravating, people don't have quarters in their,
Yeah.
all the time. I think this is really good, I'm really excited about it.
This is where Stephanie, your
Correct,
your
yes.
prior, right, would have said, we rely on that revenue, it's our sole source of revenue for the district, the parking meters.
This is true.
Are
Not
you
the
looking-
tickets, though.
Are you looking forward to the first snowstorm?
I've been warned. We already have a massive salt supply on hand, so, I mean, the last winter hasn't been that bad, so.
Well, the last winter was freeze thaw, freeze thaw, freeze
Right.
thaw, but that wasn't so good.
Are there any other initiatives that you're planning to take, or any areas that the town could be helpful with so far?
I mean, right
just-
now, outside of, what we have planned in terms of the parking meters and the upgrades, we're more so looking internal, what we can change in terms of our operating, just to make it more efficient, so.
Very nice.
That's good.
Good good luck to you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming, Stephanie.
Thank you for
Thank you.
inviting me,
Do you have any
Ken.
questions for us?
No, I'm so upset I forgot to bring my card, but I'll give you some just to have
Okay.
on hand. But
I don't
thank
think we
you.
got the contract yet for next year.
I'm sorry?
We didn't get the contract for next year yet, or
The contract for,
the parking district.
okay. I will check with the board.
It's not, you have plenty of time, because it doesn't go into effect until January, but
Okay.
normally we start to get it somewhere in September.
Absolutely. I'll bring it up. Thank you.
Thank you.